Alright, we're back with the week 3 coverage for DPP and FE4 and FEPL 6. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you do, like down below and subscribe to the channel. More content, but either way, we only have 3 games because it's DPP and FE 6 slots, so we have you know, 3 DPP games to go over. But the first one, we'll do it by the order the games were played. We have Orenberry Blissey versus HSOWA. HSOWA, my opponent in week 1, which I unfortunately lost to thanks to 50-50. But HSOWA has been playing probably the best out of everyone that's been playing DPP NFE, so I'm expecting good things from him. And Orenberry Blissey, not a bad player by any means, but I think HSOWA has the edge anyway, so discussing that game. But yeah, let's see how it goes. So Monferno lead versus Matang lead, probably the best thing you could ask for, to be honest. You taunt, so there's no stealth rocks. So Monferno gets off with his own stealth rock and Meteor Mash, almost 2-hit KOs, which is kind of insane, but no bulk anyway. So Okaberry comes out on the Matang side, almost kills Matang, which is kind of insane, and Monferno is down, so that is lead Monferno. Kadabra comes in and doesn't fear bullet punch or anything like that, but to be fair, his lead Matang, there's for bullet punch, to be fair. So Magnemite comes in on the Monferno. I was gonna say Inferno, but Roselia comes in and I'm just like, what's this Magnemite gonna do exactly? Because yeah, so Kadabra comes out on the energy ball. I doubt there's another psychic resist at the back, so psychic is kind of free. Yeah, so Mischievous dies. I think this is like for Kadabra. Disgusting breaker, to be honest. But Monferno comes in again, is obviously scarfed, and to be fair, you could actually just click Flare Blitz, to be fair, but Mercur's in, and Heatwave should get a kill. Magnemite. So Bronzo comes on the Heatwave. Obviously, you don't really have much switch-ins to this Mercur. But yeah, Magnemite comes in, and I'm just like, why am I seeing Magnemite, Bronzo on the same team? Stacking 2 steals probably isn't a good thing. And Shelgon comes in to obviously get like a kill here. But I don't know about Outrage in there, because at least to try and play around Monferno, which is like scarf and fucks over your team. But yeah, being like double edge was probably the play to click there, because you see his last one is tentacle, like that easily could have come in on Monferno's attacks, but lock yourself into outrage. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. But knockoff comes in on the tentacle, energy ball does a good amount of damage, probably fizz death, tentacle sense. Ronzo comes in and kind of walls this, but at the same time don't really do anything back. But Cedro comes in as HO's last mon and starts CMing. But Orenberry Bliss is trying to get in a good position by CMing. Hydro Pump misses, so it's going well in his favor, like if you look at it. Because I mean, Monferno could double any time, but you know, Cedro's still like 2-hit KO with life full Hydro Pump. It's kind of insane. So but HSO is pretty much in a position. The Hydro Pump misses again. Like everything could be going in Orenberry Blissey's way, but obviously rest, like sleep talking into rest, isn't probably the best thing for you, and you also get critted. So just the nail in the coffin for this game, realistically. And Kadabra comes into Psychic, makes sense, but having a team this week to scarf Monferno is insane. Like stacking 2 steel types, I like stack. Did I say stacking or stacking? I meant whatever I said. I meant stacking. Stacking 2 steel types, and like you have okay Monferno answers in like Shelgon and like Tentacle is probably your best option. You literally resist 3/4 of the moveset, and you know you didn't hard it once or anything. But I don't know. I don't think Orenberry Blissey's team was good. I remember talking to Shing about it in like DMs about the team, and I was just like, this team pretty ass. Like no offense to Orenberry Blissey, but this team was ass. Just have to say that. But yeah, next game, the game that everyone has been waiting for, the game where I play Pokemon Showdown on the London Underground. What an insane game that I was playing. The amount of concentration, because the funny thing is, Worlds was happening, we were leaving Worlds, everything was done, finals for TCG, VGC was done, and you know, like I realized, oh, I have to play a set soon, you know, for NFEPL. I'm telling people I have to play NFEPL, and the thing is, I was on the train at the time, and fortunately, the line I was on, I'll explain it in a second, but essentially, London Underground, you have different lines you can take, and the line that I was on was the only line that actually gets signal underground, which I don't know the reason why it's the only line that has signal, but it has signal. So I'm playing in this loud train underground, trying to get this DVP NFE game done. But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game. So let's get started off. So I have Seadra lead versus Matang. I'm just like, cool, time to pump that, and Rox gets up. I anticipate like Roselia to come in because I don't think you want to sack Matang here. So obviously I have substitute to do that, and I'm expert belt. So Ice Beam does a solid 62 to Roselia, breaks the sub, makes complete sense to me, and I'm just like, Ice Beam is still kind of free because this one comes in, and I'm quickly I'm playing this on mobile, by the way, so I have to open another tab just to get a calc out. I'm like disconnecting on like what do you call it, Showdown, because phone Showdown's weird. If you leave the tab, it just disconnects you for some reason. But yeah, me just trying to, I couldn't see chat either. I don't know what was happening in chat, so I pumped Mischievous as well. And like in this situation, like the turn might have just come very fast here, but I was thinking about this because in the back, I obviously, if I remember the team, Seadra, Leron, I honestly forgot the team, but the monster I have in the back, they didn't really want to take a hit from Mischievous realistically, but I managed to get some good damage on it. Hydro Pump doing 81, Seadra doing his job. So Groval comes in. Yeah, this was my SD life of Groval, so he hards him on Inferno, and I'm obviously fearing Scarf, so I kind of have to go with my Mischievous, which has some sort of you know, defensive investment, but goes his own Mischievous, and I have to go Leron on the Shadow Ball because that's my only ghost resist, and it still does 34, which is kind of ridiculous. But I head smash here because it's kind of free, but I miss head smash, so fun. I was tilting so hard on the train when I missed the head smash, and I was just like 61 to Groval. I'm just like, yeah, this thing is banded. So I wasn't even thinking about it was banded. I just saw the damage, and I was like, Jesus Christ. So Roselia gets sacked here. 4 times resistant Leaf Blade, still doing 29%. It's kind of crazy. But Staryu comes out. I'm Scar Staryu, and I miss Hydro Pump, which is amazing. Again, I was tilting so hard on the train, trying not to get mad. But I have to set Pylo Swine here because I'm just like, yeah, Pylo Swine is not doing anything for me. So I go Mischievous here, and I'm just like, a Shadow Ball there. Maybe I feel like he was fearing Energy Ball most likely, but he could have stayed in there, to be fair. But Morphono comes out. Flare Blitz does a lot more than I was expecting despite my spread, but you should be able to finish this off as long as you land Hydro Pump. So first Hydro Pump lands, and you know, Matang comes in, and Matang dies to Hydro Pump, and just comes down to Marsh Stomp and Leron now. I land Hydro Pump 3 times in a row, hoping I didn't miss, and I managed to get the 2-hit KO, so hopefully Leron is able to get the kill. I'm just sitting here with my friends, not ghosting, by the way. Like, I was not ghosted, just to say I was not ghosted, by the way, okay? Like, we were on the train, I was not ghosted. But at this point, like, they're spectating the game on, like, my phone, and I told this guy, I was like, cool, I'm gonna sit down, because this last turn is gonna be pivotal. Like, does Earthquake kill? Like, there's only one move I can realistically run, because I'm Life Orb, Leron with Rock Polish, 3 attacks, and the 3 attacks are Head Smasher, Earthquake, and Iron Head. So I'm here thinking, obviously Head Smash is resisted, Iron Head is resisted, so obviously I have to click Earthquake, and I'm trying to do the count. So at this point I was just like, Earthquake's my only option. If it doesn't kill, it doesn't kill, and I lose. If it kills, I win the game. But yeah, at this point I just click Earthquake and manages to pick up the kill. So I'm just like, let's go. Like, the way I jumped up in the train, I was just like, let's go. Like, I was too hyped. And people were looking at me. I was just like, I don't care, man. Like, what are you looking at, fam? So yeah, that happened, and yeah, it was a fun series. Like, me missing Hydro Pump, me missing Head Smash, but still managing to clutch the win was pretty solid. I did appreciate the team. I didn't say GG in the game because, like, phone Discord, I just clicked the home button after I copied the replay. But yeah, I did like his team. Solid team, honestly. Like, I think it was a good team. You know, like seeing more fluffy recently because of you know, Murkrow being a bulky flying resist, having something like Static and Thunder Wave and Discharge HP Grass. Like, Fluffy's a pretty good Pokemon. Only problem I have with it is obviously let Roselia in for free, and that just starts spiking. And, you know, hazard removal, you kind of just have to run Water Tool, like, don't run hazard removal. And like, most of the teams, like, not even trying to give out the strategy I'm doing nowadays, but what do you call it, like my brain. I'm tired, but yeah. Nowadays, I'm not using War Turtle because War Turtle is kind of like mid. Like I don't like using War Turtle too much. I mean, maybe one time I bring it, but I don't know. Like I like having more options for things instead of worrying about hazard removal here. Like I didn't even bring spikes. I do like Roselia spikes, but sometimes you just want to have rocks and call it a day. I suppose I couldn't get out any rocks this game. Not like it really mattered. He had no rock weak Pokemon. He had like two Pokemon that resisted rocks even. So yeah. But yeah, that's it for deep. Oh wait, we still have one more game. I was about to end off this video and like sleep, but we have beraldinho versus Shiloh, and Shiloh is like down 0-2 right now. Like I beat Shiloh last week, and I think I forgot the first person who beat Noisy beat Shiloh in week 1 as well. So hopefully they managed to pull something off, like get their first win of the PL League. And beraldinho, I think he's going in 2-0, so hopefully he might have something at his disposal. But yeah, let's start this game. Golbat versus Gligar lead, and that seems like 100% banded from the Golbat here. Seeing how Rock Tomb didn't even do too much, so he gets on rocks, but he gets his Gligar down. But I guess Shiloh can keep on rocks as long as there's no water or something. But Heat Wave comes out, anticipating maybe a Steel type. Heat Wave will just kill it. But yeah, Water does come out. Mischievous coming in on the spin, which is fair. Like Mischievous is pretty darn standard in the EVP FE, and Shadow Ball does a 2-hit KO. But again, this is why I don't like Water. Like you honestly do nothing to Mischievous. Like you can Toxic, but Mischievous always has Shadow Ball, T-Bolt, which pretty much hits the entire tier for damage. So obviously Metang comes in on the Shadow Ball, still does a good chunk of damage to Metang, and at this point you can go for rocks, but Shiloh stays in just to chip the Metang. Rocks is pretty darn obvious. I would have attacked there myself, to be fair. But Metang versus Metang, Meteor Mash doesn't do any sort of damage. Earthquake kind of free. Yep, Earthquake does get clicked. We see leftovers instead of like Shuka, but Shuka would have not survived anyway. But you always go Mischievous here to stop the spin. I think you want rocks to stay up, and yeah, again, this is one of the reasons why I don't really use War Turtle too much, because I don't know, I was so reliant on it in building in previous PLs, and I don't know, I don't think I was getting as good squads as I was when I was building with it. But Mischievous dies to the double protect. Roselia comes in. This is probably faster. Energy Ball gets the kill, and yeah, beraldinho's done half his team. Monferno as the 4th Pokemon. Flare Blitz obviously nukes Roselia completely. It doesn't seem like he has a bulky water, but Seadra does manage to come out. That's like the second game that we've seen Seadra, like my game included. And yeah, Seadra's just a good mon. Like it's very simply a good mon. And the thing is, only really picked up like last PL. Like Seadra was not a thing in NFE PL 4 or 5. No, I played in 3. Yeah, 3 wasn't. Yeah, where I played in the last 3 PLs, I think. Yeah, 3 wasn't like DPP. It was literally just SM, like NFE, Ubers, and that. So there's no DP. We saw DP in NFE PL 4. Seadra was not a thing. Roselia Spikes was not a thing. The meta has really changed recently, but we didn't get to see beraldinho's last mon. I guess he didn't want to reveal what last mon he had. But yeah, Seadra just doing Seadra things again, and I think we had Seadra in every game. Like everyone that won this week had a Seadra. Like it's kind of insane. Like the mon is really good. Like I don't know why it took us so long as DPP NFE players to realize Seadra was like fucking amazing. Like the mon has 85 base speed, it has 95 base special attack, actually has a defense stat, so strong physical attackers won't necessarily OHKO it. Like Seadra was up, and it took us so long to get used to it. But racking out Seadra, like all sorts of different sets. I'm pretty sure this was Scar Seadra that Shiloh brought. This was I brought sub expert belt Seadra, and then HSOWA had life orb Seadra. So you're seeing a good amount of variety from the Seadra side, and yeah, it's just good to see this one put in work. Like, it is one of my favorite NFEs to use, especially like crit sets in later generations when crit, like getting crit stages isn't like cancerous. So yeah, but yeah, let's end off this game. I mean, let's end off this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna be covering DBP NFE every week of this tour, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this content if you're interested in DPP NFE. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.